Of cheating viewers into thinking they could win competitions. The regulator said it was the worst case they'd ever investigated. Millions of you could be compensated. Find out how and more of the day's news. That's after London Tonight.
Now, go on a wander around the capital, look up and chances are you'll see a piece of 19th century art on the side of an old building.
They might be faded, but old ads for everything from Bovril to razor blades to insurance are in pretty much every area of the city. And Sam Roberts is on a mission to save them.
The London photographer says the artistic treasures are in danger of being painted over, knocked down or covered up, and they need to be protected. Damien Stewart reports on the adverts of old.
How do you tell the story of a city? In London, at least, it should be easy. After all, this is probably the most written about place in the world. Plus, we're hardly short of historic buildings and the museums to explain it all. But what about the everyday, the ordinary? Well, that sort of past is probably best explored through the medium of adverts. Look sideways, look up, and you'll be surprised just how many old ads, hand-painted and dating back to the late 19th century, survive on London's streets. Sam Roberts didn't just notice them, he became obsessed. Once he'd spotted them at all, that is.
They tend to be in the side of your vision and quite often high up on buildings. They were from an era where people used to walk a lot more, people would have slower forms of transport. These days we've got cars, fast buses. Everything was a lot slower in the days when these were around, and so they would be much more noticeable there. Also, you're flooded by other images of advertising, billboards, bus stops, etc. So these can quite often fade into the background of your vision.
They're not just fading from vision, they're fading from sight. Every year, more are painted over, more are demolished or simply erased by time. But while the paint dims, Sam's enthusiasm doesn't.
This is an absolute classic. I mean, this has got to be a personal favourite of mine. It's for Peterkin's custard self-raising flour. And it's just got this charming little Dutch boy with his baggy trousers and clogs and the funny hat. Bit of research soon reveals that the Peterkin Mill, which was based in Battersea, was once owned by Joseph Arthur Rank, who later became famous for the Rank films, the guy striking the gong.
We tend to think of advertising as being a bit of an urban curse. Every day we're subjected to thousands of images, all of them trying to sell us something, everything, or just anything at all. But actually advertising, just like any cathedral or any museum, can also tell us something about our past. Damien Stewart, London Tonight, Vauxhall.
A masterpiece.
I think they're great. I love seeing
They're
those.
absolutely superb. And a mate of mine who's an architect once said, whenever you're walking around London, always look up, because there's adverts like that to see also the different shapes of houses and stuff like that. Absolutely right. Beautifully captured. Now, going from that forward a little bit. Strap on your platform shoes, pull on your flares, and send the glitter ball a-spinning. Yep, we're heading now to 1977, the year that disco ruled the dance floor.
And a little known actor called John